Oh, time now for the best interview in baseball presented by Corona. The man of the hour come up with a big base knock and 2 RBIs today. Nolan Jones. Nolan, thanks for joining us. How great did that feel? Take us through that at bat.
Yeah, obviously, thanks for having me. But yeah, it felt real good. Obviously, anytime you get the team back in the game there, opportunity. Was just trying to be ready for his fastball and just slapped a little slider the other way. So it felt great. Obviously, been grinding a little bit here to start the year, but it felt good to have a good day and help us take a win there.
Nolan, the hitter grinds day in and day out. The pitcher, starting pitcher, once every fifth day. This is a grind from spring training on, the first 4 or 5 days when you feel like you've never hit in your life, goes back to March, and then all of a sudden 10 days we start locking it in. But you say grind. This was a great day, and it makes you feel good. I think sometimes we take too many negatives that go on in a game instead of the positives that go on in a game. Last night you threw an absolute howitzer. Teoscar forgot that you have a cannon. And, you take little nuggets that are positives from this game of baseball. But today's game, getting the opportunity, getting 3 knocks, it's got to make you feel good, correct?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a tough game, and trying to find positives here and there. And obviously, this ball club has a chance to beat any team, and to be a small part of that every day is a lot of fun.
So when you're going through tough times, because there's always something, like as a hitter, man, when I'd go, whatever it was, I'd grab our third base coach, Dale Svem. Swaim was his name, but he had to spell his name like S-V-U-M-M-M-U-V. There's too many syllables. My point is, and I'd let everybody leave. We'd grab maybe some adult beverages and go down and just figure it out, tee work, soft toss. What do you do during those kind of grinding times?
Yeah, usually I do too much, actually. Today I was not in the starting lineup, and I took the liberty of taking the off day and not hitting in the cage, not doing my prep routine. And after Quan's second at bat, they asked if I was ready, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm ready. So today it was about not doing anything and going out there and not thinking and just trying to do what I can to put some balls in play. Obviously, started off with Kershaw, and it's Clayton Kershaw on the mound, so just trying to go up there and battle and do what I can to put a ball in play and hopefully get some hits.
Hey, Nolan, I'm just curious, you come from a place like Colorado. It's been a struggle there. They, clearly are trying to work through things, and you get into this culture where losing becomes the norm. Kevin and I have been there. We did that with the Marlins. We came up, we lost all the time. How much rejuvenation is that when you go somewhere where all of a sudden you're thrown into something where everybody's winning all the time, and that atmosphere when you're at the ballpark?
Yeah, man, it's fun. I mean, it's everybody, like you guys said, it's tough when you get into that routine of showing up to the ballpark, and, it feels like you're playing for yourself at that point. But showing up here and doing the small things, and I feel like everything from down to the preparation is just so advanced, and how can we win a ball game 1-0? Obviously, with the pitching staff we have, the bullpen that we have, 1-0 games are very possible, and so it's trying to find that slight advantage. And there's just such a good energy around the team. The atmosphere around here is just it's a lot of fun to be around. The clubhouse, I mean, you win a ball game and it's like we won the World Series every day, because it's ultimately that's our goal, and we're celebrating every small win.
Cool, bro. Now, you grew up in PA. I want to know, like I grew up a Dodger fan as a kid, and then obviously my entire life I was on the East Coast. So people think then they put me with the Red Sox. Were you a Phillies fan, an Eagles fan? Obviously Super Bowl champs. Talk to me about who you kind of looking up to and who's your dude.
Yeah, I was an Eagles fan. Always been an Eagles fan growing up. And then I was a Flyers fan. My brother still plays professional ice hockey, so I don't follow as much Flyers. I'm more whatever team Peyton's on of a fan. But baseball, when it came to baseball, my dad did not like Charlie Manuel. So we were not allowed to play the Phillies games in my house.
No way! Oh my God!
Yeah. We didn't watch Phillies games. So he actually was an Orioles fan. And I was like, you know what? If you're not gonna let me watch the Phillies, and I fell in love with the Boston Red Sox. I was a big David Ortiz guy. David Ortiz was my guy growing up. Loved watching him play.
Yes.
I always wish I could time up that gangster pump that he had, but I was never able to figure that out. But yeah, David Ortiz is my guy.
Well, the Eagles fan, real quick, do you have Mike Trout's cell phone number? Because I'll send that to you, and then we can kind of get on that board. You can get on the show bird with him, because I think he's got enough to get you, maybe pick you up on the fuel. Gas prices
got
are
good
down too,
seats.
so I think you'll be fine here.
Yeah, no, actually, I met Mike earlier this year. We played LA, and I met him, and I got him to sign a jersey for me, and we talked about the Eagles a little bit, and he wrote "Fly Eagles Fly" on there. So that'll be fiance's not going to love it, but that's going to be hanging in the living room here soon. So when we get back.
Dude,
I like that. Hey,
Saquon
Saquon Barkley said, yeah.
Yes.
He said top 5, one of the top 5 teams all time. That he said. Do you believe that?
I do. I actually made the argument Saquon Barkley is the best athlete, all-around athlete in the world. I got some pushback on that, but I mean, just watching what he does on the field, not many people could do. So.
For a hot minute, Nolan, for a little tiny part of my career, I had quads like that back in the day when I was grinding out 200 innings a year. So,
could you imagine?
Hey,
You
I'm
wouldn't be able to
curious.
put pants on.
Oh my God, no way, dude. He paints those things on. He either paints them on or he stands on the end of his bed when somebody holds him and he jumps into him. That's the only way.
He's Strider. Spencer Strider.
Hey, I'm curious, dude. You mentioned your brother plays professional hockey. Was that always a contentious thing growing up where you wanted to watch baseball games and your brother's like, dude, it's playoff hockey time, man. We're not doing that.
Actually, no. My first love was hockey as well. I thought I was going to be in the
sick.
NHL. I suffered some concussions at a young age and had a really bad one my freshman year of high school that the doctors decided that I wasn't cleared to play the next year, and that's kind of when it was like, all right, well, what's next? And I always played baseball, always loved baseball, but it kind of just fell into my lap that, all right, I guess I'll start taking these winters to work on my swing and hit more and stuff. So that's kind of when I had to switch over to baseball. I'm still, if there's baseball or playoff hockey on the TV, it's a pretty easy decision for me when I'm watching.
Oh, no doubt about it. Your brother was a goalie, though. So he's kind of crazy, right? Your brother? Who's crazier, you or your brother?
Not even close. Him. We used to go on vacations.
Goalies are the worst.
Yeah, he's the worst. He would wake up at like 6 in the morning to do his stretching routine and then go back to bed and then wake up and do his stretching routine again. I'm like, bro, we're on vacation. Just take a week. And he's like, I'll lose some mobility. Like, yeah, they're nuts. They're nuts.
Golfer.
Oh,
now, you got a hole
yes.
one, bro. Dempy and I are golfers, and we got a picture of this. Now, talk to me. I need to know what club you hit. I need to know how far. And I need to know, did you see it go in, or was it one of those kind of front pins that you went up there and checked?
No, it was beautiful. I'm not a good golfer at all. 186 yards, I believe it was, hit an 8-iron. I think I sliced it like 25 yards. I was aimed way right. And actually, my buddies from high school flew out that week. So I was playing with my buddies from high school. We were playing a course in Arizona where there was a bunch of houses behind the green. Hit it, sloped down green, checked back beautifully, just rolled right into the cup. And there was a bunch of people in their backyards. They started going nuts, bringing us out beers. It was awesome.
What course?
Dude.
It was Verado Victory.
Down there in Arizona.
It's out, out in Arizona, yep.
Out by your guys' spring training, yeah.
Yep, my buddy actually, next hole, one of the guys that brought us beer, my buddy tees off, hits a rock, drills the siding on the guy's house, and the guy's like, just go, get at it. It was perfect. It was hilarious.
I love how, by the way, he just casually slid in. He hit an 8-iron 186 yards. That's like Bryson DeChambeau's clubbing right there. Yeah.
He's 6
For
foot
most
5,
people,
Ryan.
186 is a 6. Yeah, that's a 5 or 6 for Kevin and I.
It was a 70% swing, nice and smooth.
Hey, you're having an opportunity, dude, to play with a guy on your team that is just, we always say he's like one of the most underrated players or underappreciated, and he's unbelievable. J-Ram is just a star, man. What's it like to be around him every day and watch Jose Ramirez do what he does at the ballpark?
It's unbelievable. It really is. I've told every person, my 2 years in Colorado, everybody obviously asks about him, and I mean, he's 1-1. I mean, the way he plays the game, the way he goes about his business, the way he treats his teammates, it's all the best. I mean, if you are picking a player that you want in your clubhouse, it's Jose Ramirez, because every single day he shows up, he wants to win, and he's just going to give it everything he's got. I mean, stealing 2-3 bases while hitting 300 with a bunch of homers. The guy just does it all. He plays his heart out, and he just cares. It's really fun to be around. It's honestly a pleasure to be around and get to play with him.
Yeah, dude, he's so lovable, and that's what I love it, because I'm a big fan. When you're done playing this game, all the numbers and stuff, blah, blah, but the best compliment is, like, this dude's a great teammate and makes everybody around him happy. He's always smiling. How's his English? Is he getting better? Because he didn't know like any.
It is hilarious. He tries so hard. It is hilarious. And honestly, like I said, he tries. It's getting better, but yeah, he wants to win, man. He includes everybody, and he expects a certain standard out of you. And if you're not living up to that, he'll let you know. You know, I've had conversations with him about, base running things, plays in the outfield, and he knows the game, he loves the game, and he loves winning, and so he's there to help all of us, and it's a pleasure.
So cool, dude. Now, speaking of a pleasure, now you recently, about a year ago, had a baby girl. Talk to me about being a daddy, man, because we talked about the grind. We talked about the grind of this game, but no matter what you do on that field, 3 for 3 or 0 for 3, you go home and there's love there every single night. Talk to me about being a dad.
Yeah, it's the biggest blessing I've ever been able to experience in my life. The love and care, she's just such a sweetheart, and to be able to get home and hold her, it makes everything worth it. I'm out here. I felt like for a little while I struggled a lot last year, and I was playing for me and I was pressing, and obviously I've been struggling this year, but there's a different meaning behind showing up to the field every day. There's a different meaning behind looking up in the stands and seeing her little smile and her bouncing around. It's a beautiful thing, and hopefully I'm able to have 10 of them, because it's been such a treat, such a pleasure. Yeah, it's the best thing in the world.
You got that right. And slow down, by the way. I got 5. They get really expensive, Nolan. So 10 might be a lot.
Yeah, wait, tell me. I got your wife on the phone right here. 1 sec, Nolan. Your wife's calling me. Yeah, what did he say? 10? He was just saying about 3 to 5. He didn't mean 10.
Hey, we have been so lucky. This girl is an angel. She has been so easy. The best part about her is she absolutely loves her sleep, just like Daddy. So right when she's tired, she'll let you know, and that's a beautiful thing that a lot of people told us was really hard, and she's been an angel. So hopefully that keeps going.
Oh, that's good. Okay, from sleeping to people who wake us up, it's time now for our Corona vibes check. Nolan, who's the guy in that locker room that gets everybody going?
Honestly, I'd probably say Hosey. I would say that we have a lot of leaders in the locker room. Quan's a great leader. Austin Hedges, great leader. But I think the energy that Hosey brings and his want to win, and we just won, and Voter came in and popped a little team meeting in after a long stand of games, and Hosey's in his compression shorts running around shadow boxing people like a little 5-year-old. Like, he's got the energy. He's the best, man. He's just got a smile on his face. He loves being at the park. Good, he fires everybody up.
Right on, dude. Well, hey, listen, thanks for sitting in the rain with us. Thanks for coming out after your big day and your guys' big victory. That was a nice comeback win for you guys, and we appreciate you talking with us here on IT.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.